Today on Forbes, AI startup Flock thinks it can eliminate all crime in America. In a windowless room inside Atlanta's Dunwoody Police Department, Lieutenant Tim Fecht hits a button and an insectile DJI drone rises silently from the station rooftop. It already has its coordinates, a local mall where a 911 call has alerted the cops to a male shoplifter. From high above the complex, Fecht zooms in on a man checking his phone, then examines a group of people waiting for a train. They're all hundreds of yards away, but crystal clear on the room-dominating display inside the department's crime center, a classroom-sized space with walls covered in monitors flashing real-time crime data, surveillance and license plate reader camera feeds, gunshot detection reports, digital maps showing the location of cop cars across the city. As more 911 calls come in, AI transcribes them on another screen. Fecht can access any of it with a few clicks. 20 minutes down the road from Dunwoody, in an office where Flock Safety's cameras and gunshot detectors are arrayed like museum pieces, 38-year-old CEO and co-founder Garrett Langley presides over the $300 million in estimated 2024 sales company responsible for it all. Since its founding in 2017, Flock, which was valued at $7.5 billion in its most recent funding round, has quietly built a network of more than 80,000 cameras pointed at highways, thoroughfares, and parking lots across the U.S. They record not just the license plate numbers of the cars that pass them, but their make and distinctive features: broken windows, dings, bumper stickers. Langley estimates its cameras help solve 1 million crimes a year. Soon they'll help solve even more. In August, there was a plan for Flock's cameras to take to the skies mounted on its own, quote, Made in America drones. Produced at a factory the company opened earlier this year near its Atlanta offices, they'll add a new dimension to Flock's business and aim to challenge Chinese drone giant DJI's dominance. Langley offers a prediction. In less than 10 years, Flock's cameras, airborne and fixed, will eradicate almost all crime in the U.S. He acknowledges that programs to boost youth employment and cut recidivism will help. It sounds like a pipe dream from another AI-can-solve-everything tech bro, but Langley, in the face of a wave of opposition from privacy advocates and Flock's arch-rival, the $2.1 billion in 2024 revenue police tech giant Axon Enterprise, is a true believer. He's convinced that America can and should be a place where everyone feels safe. And once it's draped in a vast net of US-made Flock surveillance tech, he says it will be. Langley says, quote, I've talked to plenty of activists who think crime is just the cost of modern society. I disagree. I think we can have a crime-free city and civil liberties. We can have it all. He adds that in municipalities in which Flock is deployed, the average criminal, those between 16 and 24 committing nonviolent crime, quote, will most likely get caught. Not always, though. Back at the Dunwoody Police Department, the cops are unable to identify that shoplifter. But Fecht and his boss, Major Patrick Krieg, are quick to reel off other cases in which they say Flock was pivotal in finding offenders. An ATM theft gang that knocked off pharmacies across the East Coast until Flock's cameras tracked one of their getaway vehicles. An armed man headed into a bustling bar district, identified via drone by the tattoo on his neck, and apprehended before he could do harm. A woman who had pulled a gun on her neighbor. When the July 4th parade, the biggest in Georgia, came to Dunwoody a few days later, Flock cameras were watching for those who might disrupt it. Krieg says, quote, It just gives us the opportunity to ensure the safety of the community during huge events like that. For full coverage, check out Thomas Brewster's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.